Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Perez to check out today. I am unlocking both of the objective cards together, right? So I'm 2 games off of Jimenez, so I'll have that review after this Perez review because I actually ended up doing him first. We're going to be checking out this card because there's a lot of very interesting variables with this card. He's 5'10" with high work rates, right-footed with 4-star skills and a 4-star weak foot. So right off the bat, I could tell you guys that, he can make a really good player in any of the attacking mid positions because of base card stats being good in certain areas where you could potentially play him on the sides with the engine chemistry style, and I'll show you guys why. In regards to traits, he does have the finesse shot trait, so you may want to potentially use him in the left attacking mid position because of the fact that he could potentially pop in a nice little finesse shot outside the box. But we're going to show you guys a problem with the card in regards to the chemistry styles that you have to give him. He has 89 acceleration with 88 sprint speed, so like I said, with the engine chemistry style, you will be boosting it to 94 acceleration with 93 sprint speed. He does have 93 base finishing, but the biggest problem with this card is the fact that he has 82 shot power, because for me personally, I believe that he requires the engine chemistry style to make him a very good card, and it really sucks that his shot power is going to remain at 82. Is it a huge issue? Not necessarily, because the card is still going to perform really well in game because of the other stats he actually makes up for. So in regards to passing, he has 95 short passing with 71 long passing, right? So not too bad as well in regards to the attacking positions in the cam positions, right? 80 composure you're going to have to sacrifice for, so that would be the two things that are the biggest problems with this card, is going to be the composure at 80 and the finishing at 8 and the shot power at 82. But with dribbling boost on the card with the engine chemistry style, we're going to have to go ahead and test whether or not his dribbling is going to be responsive enough in game with the engine chemistry style at 5'10" height. And in regards to what Footbin says, they say that he is a lean body type. We'll see what he looks like in game in regards to that. And then the most important thing here is the fact that if he is going to be an attacker in your team, he has stamina. 95 stamina is obviously very good. I would hope that most of the super upgraded cards were to have stamina so that they could become more and more usable, right? So with this card, he does also have 82 jumping, 90 heading accuracy. Sure, there's going to be times, where you may want to just pass the ball to the side from a cross or something potentially, but not really a play style that I choose. So the biggest things that we're going to notice with this card is obviously shot power being low for certain situations, and then 80 composure. Who knows? Maybe his shot power is better than what it says, but mostly with shot power, it's very noticeable that it's kind of low, right? So, but it's nice that he has volleys and stuff. So the way that we are going to go ahead and try this card is in this team right here. We're going to go ahead and use him as a center attacking mid, and then we're going to basically rotate him in the team to see what fits best with him, because the high work rates is a really nice thing to have in the central cam position, left and right cam position, because you create a good balance in your team where it allows you to play whatever way you want to play, right? In regards to tactics, you guys already know my 4-2-3-1 instructions. It's basically the exact same. This is not on 4-4. Pressure on heavy touch, possession-based play style, and then Perez, because he has the stamina, we're going to actually tell him to come back in the fence like we do with all 3 of our cams. I think Felipe Anderson may have like 84 stamina or 85, but it is what it is. With Perez, the biggest thing I want to test out here is, does he move like someone like Bernardo Silva with the high work rates? Does he utilize empty space really nicely? Because the big variable with this card, right, is also the fact that he has 97 attacking positioning as base card stats without you actually improving the card itself. So hopefully that attacking positioning just means he's going to be a really sick cam, because again, with the engine chemistry style and short passes are most of the passes you do anyways in game, it's going to be a very interesting thing to try out. He replaces the foot miss Shaqiri in my Premier League team, which is great obviously for objectives and whatnot. So yeah, the only player that's off now is Diogo Dalot. So yeah, let's go into a game, see how he plays. Hopefully he is a beast. If I feel like he's best utilized as a cam, I may not switch him to the sides, but regardless, I'll try my best to switch to the sides and the striker position to see how he moves just in general. Okay, guys, so for the first half, we're going to just play seriously with the whole team with my regular tactics and whatnot. And then the second half, we'll try to analyze the card a little bit more. Wow, I'm playing seriously, and Perez actually did a really good strike right there. That shot power is actually very solid. Me playing seriously with the card, in the cam position, he already scores his first opportunity. Really nice. His dribbling feels significantly better with the engine chemistry style too. Utilizes empty space instantly because of those high work rates. Oh man, if Raul's card, it feels like it's diminished over the course of time. But if his dribbling was responsive right there, I could have passed off of Ayoze right there. Let's go, Ayoze. Switches to his right foot too, man. This card's really fun to use, actually. In the cam position, like I said, those high work rates is going to be really nice. Aggressive runner right there, too. You can see his 97 attacking positioning being a huge thing as well. See, instantly starts running. I didn't even trigger the run with him. That's the biggest thing, right? Is that you don't want to trigger the run, so you can really test out what the, attacking presence is like with the card. And obviously, if he does choose to use his attacking presence in certain areas, he's still going to get back into position really quickly because of those high work rates. So he'll be a really fun card to use in the central cam position for sure. I'm able to analyze him now because I'm trying to do the Jimenez objective at the same time, but he's like really performing well for me in all fairness. Like he's already doing some stuff in my team. Open up the space really nicely for himself. In that situation, I could have done a ball roll touch to the side, score that opportunity. But yeah, he's definitely incredibly usable so far. So the gameplay's not that great right now, but you could still kind of tell if a player has like super responsive dribbling. So his dribbling is definitely in the usable bracket. It's not going to be in the bracket of someone like Bernardo Silva or Daniel James even, but it's still really good. It's not sluggish at all. With the engine chemistry style, you'll definitely notice the significant boost on the card for sure. Again, it utilizes attacking position right there. Goes back into the middle position there. I'm going to play off of him here. Utilize that top position. Perfect. Great. So again, high work rates. Very noticeable on the card. He's definitely moving around the pitch really nicely. Like I said, this first game, I'm not even forcing the ball to him, and he's already scored 3 opportunities for me, so... That's the pace I need. Does he have the physical to outbody someone there? He actually did okay right there. Gets back into position really nicely, too. So again, big noticeable thing that his dribbling is not obviously like super responsive, but it's smooth enough to enjoy the card for sure. It's not like these heavy strikers like, or these heavy players like that Thuram Team of the Season card and stuff where they're not really players you can move with, but the engine chemistry style, like I said, definitely helping out the card a lot. You can see that his position right here is sticking to the middle really nicely. Let's see what he does here with the 97 attacking positioning. Utilizes his striker position quickly, which is very interesting. What does he do right here? Goes back into position again. So you can see that he's going to be an aggressive attacker because he's going to utilize his 97 attacking positioning, but he'll get back right into position as well to help you out in certain attacking areas like this one right here. Try a finesse shot from here, actually. So that with pressure under him, so the 80 composure is obviously going to be a noticeable thing as well there, but his finesse shot trait will definitely be very helpful. Let's see if he actually hits a nice little free kick right here. Potentially does. Ooh, I think we may have skimmed the post right there. Not bad. His free kicks are good too. I've noticed that as he plays in the cam position, he actually likes to linger on the sides in the cam position. He's definitely one of those cams. Like, you guys know how I've reviewed players in the past where like Totssf does that a lot, right? Where he kind of goes a little bit more to the side than he does like stick in the middle, but it's because of his high attacking position and his high work rates, it's going to make him move constantly. He's not on the scale of like, you know how like Litmanen and Julian Brandt, they move a certain way that you guys know that I personally don't like. Oh, nice little slide tackle there at Lloris. Ayoze's not doing it that drastically, right? So, pretty nice in regards to that. I am going to go ahead and actually switch him to the sides. And now he's definitely a usable cam. I've seen enough with him in regards to that position. Again, very usable. Not as drastic as Brandt and Litmanen in regards to those like over-exaggerated runs that they always do that I personally don't like. So, should be very interesting to try him on the sides. Because we have... Let's see who we have here. We'll put Felipe Anderson. Perez stamina being lower, but obviously we're doing a lot of stuff with him right now. Yeah, we'll use Perez on the left side, so maybe we can test out the finesse shot more often with him. Huh, not super aggressive in that situation right there. Kind of transitioned forward a little bit slow right there in the high work rates type of situation. Let's see what he does over here if I go downwards, middle, lingers to the side in that situation. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Hopefully he's not a player that lingers there too long, because so far, I can tell you this right now, I think he's going to be a person you want to use in the middle more than the sides, for sure. We'll keep experimenting, though. You see how Daniel James goes into the middle in regards to him being in the cam position? I personally like that more than anything. Oh, I tried to do a stopped scoop turn right there. It didn't really work out because he was moving just a tiny bit right there. That's why the 5-star skill is always a beautiful thing to have. Yeah, guys, with players, sometimes it doesn't take too long to realize that they don't really belong in certain positions. I can tell you this right now with Ayoze Perez. It just makes the most sense to use him in the middle. On the sides, he just feels very generic, right? He doesn't really feel like he's doing much. I feel like he actually makes more intelligent runs when he's playing through the middle, because even in a situation like this, he cuts inside a little bit. It just feels more like a cam than he does like a left or right attacking mid. I don't know. He will sometimes go into the middle, but he doesn't consistently do it like someone like Daniel James does when he's on the side, right? And I prefer the consistency with it. I don't like when a player kind of decides a yes and no between it. But you can see that he is doing it sometimes. It's just not an all the time thing. I want to test it right here, actually. Okay, he cuts inside there, opens up the space on the side. Even in that situation right there, you can see that he belongs more in the middle. Like when he starts to go there, right? Just the way that he moves around the pitch makes more sense, you know? Yeah, very strange off-the-ball movement for the sides. I definitely don't like him there for sure. I feel like he's wasted there, you know? Decent dribbling right there. Doesn't score the opportunity. Could have gone for... I could have gone... That situation right there, I could have gone for a finesse shot. It would have been a good way to test it for sure. Yeah, dudes, I'm going to switch him back to the cam position. I don't like him on the sides too much. He's usable there for sure. If you want to use him there, you definitely could, but... He feels like a person that's meant for the cam position for sure. See, even the way that he just offers himself when I put him in that position, and then the way he runs to the sides after being played around that attacking mid position is nice, because he notices that Daniel James in that situation starts to cut inside into the middle to help me out from the defensive area. So because he realizes that quickly, again, his high work rates, his attacking positioning, and the central cam position is going to make him go into that space quickly, right? You can see over there, up top, he actually starts to run instantly. So again, he's not on the level of Brandt or Lippmann in regards to always doing that, but he does do that sometimes. And I personally don't always want my players to do that, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Let's try a finesse shot from this angle. Yeah. Finesse shots from those angles where you're facing away from goal, that's where it's really noticeable for them to be really good. Alright guys, so final verdict on Ayoze Perez's card is that it's a really fun card to use. I enjoyed my time with it for sure. I think in the right wing position, because I don't have that League SBC Shaqiri card from the bronze pack method, it just makes sense to use him in the team for now while I use some other players for the sides. I do not recommend using this card on the sides. He doesn't really feel that great there. He feels very generic in those positions. However, in the cam position, because of his high work rates, 97 attacking positioning, he feels incredibly usable. So in regards to his dribbling, you can obviously see that it's in really good positions for the 90s, right? You know, mid 90s, high 90s, low 90s. He's not that responsive in game, right? In regards to being on the level of someone like Daniel James or Bernardo Silva, right? But it is still responsive and incredibly usable. It's going to be way better if the gameplay is good, but we're talking about the gameplay most of the times, right? In regards for compensation and whatnot. I felt like the shot power didn't bother me as much. I thought the 82 shot power would bother me more. but it didn't bother me as much. Did I notice it there? Yes, it's always noticeable no matter what, but I felt like it didn't bother me as much. 80 composure from time to time, especially in the cam position, was noticeable. In regards to his passes, some of the long passes he did were very, very like meh, but most of the times you pass the ball with him anyways, it's going to be with the short passing too, so not really necessarily a big deal. He's a fun card to use. The fact that you can unlock him through a gameplay objective of doing it through division rivals and squad battles is a really cool concept for me personally, and I think he's really good. The only problems with the card is shot power and composure, but they didn't even feel like that big of a nuisance. I just highly recommend you play him in the center cam position because that's where you're going to fully utilize the card, in my opinion. So engine chemistry style. People have also said a maestro. What does a maestro give him? No, don't give him. You could definitely try out Maestro. If you're, you know what it is, you can try him out with a Maestro in the cam position, but I feel like the balance boost is nice because Maestro does give him a plus 10 for shot power, which is beneficial, and 89 acceleration, 88 sprint speed for the center cam position is already nice as well. So Maestro is definitely a good viable option as well, but I personally think the engine is still the best because that extra pace you're given with that 97 attacking positioning and the high work rates is a really nice thing to have, especially considering the fact that he has 95 stamina. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and work on Jimenez for you guys. I just need one more game, and then I'll do the review for him. And then after, I'm going to try to get Ndidi for you guys because I don't have too much coins on my account, so I have to figure something out with it. I'll see you guys then. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.